Good morning to you from Texas. Hope you are doing fine. Wanted to talk to you today. Our today's talk is on retirement. Where to from here? Where to from here? Do you remember, do you have your coffee? I have my tea, my English tea. Do you remember when we were young and we were in elementary school and we did things? We never really thought about the future. We did things more or less. We lived from day to day, and we spent time with our friends, our chums, our school chums, and we had lots of fun. And then all of a sudden, we all had to say goodbye. And we left from there in uncertainty. I never will forget that summer before starting junior high. It was a summer of uncertainty is what I called it. Because it was scary knowing that you had to go to junior high. And junior high back then was the 8th and the 9th grade. Elementary is 1 through 7. Then we went from 8 to 9 in junior high. And it was the summer of uncertainty. Do you remember those days? It's kind of like, when you was 12, you didn't fit in anymore. All of a sudden, you looked around and you didn't really want to do kid stuff anymore. And all of a sudden you turned 13 and you thought, wow, things are changing. Where to from here? Then the next thing you knew, you were out of school. Life went on and you got a job, you went to work, and then you met that girl. Or if you're a lady, then you met that man. That would be your future spouse. They become your fiance. The next thing you know, you were on top of the world. You were married. Man, wow, you finally arrived. And then you worked that job. Like me, I worked mine for 35 years. And the next thing you know, it's over. And one stands and looks around just like from elementary to junior high. The summer of uncertainty hits us. We walk around wondering, what are we going to do? Where to from here? Life really has lots of uncertainties. One day you're feeling real well. The next day, you're not feeling real well. Those are times when you're elder that you start wondering about, the day of dying, where it's going to come from, what's going to bring it about, is it going to happen. And one thing about being retired and everything, the older you get, the more you enjoy your retirement. But then all of a sudden things start happening. Like with me, my wife died, my beloved wife of 44 years, and I found myself suddenly alone, suddenly single, and I didn't fit in anymore. It was like a round peg trying to go into a triangle peg hole. You can't do it. You can't put a round peg into a triangle hole. You can't do it. It won't fit. It just won't go in there. Well, that's the way you feel, and you're kind of shook. And I don't know about you, but honestly, I believe that I would not have my retirement that I have had it not been for my wife. Perhaps you had the same thing happen in your life. I had a horrible job, one that I hated. They treated me so bad. And my wife, I'd come home, I was ready to quit. And she would tell me, let's get down here and pray, honey. That's the kind of wife I had. I had a praying wife. She said, you're not going to let them devils steal your retirement that you've got coming to you. You've stuck it out this long. You're going to make it. We would get down there, we'd pray. I'd feel better, and we'd go on. And I continued. Well, she didn't get to see my retirement. She passed before I retired. And, you know, like I said, it's that summer of uncertainty. We're in June right now of this year, fixing to be into July. And that's why I keep referencing to the summer of uncertainty, which takes you back when we went from 12 to 13. You know, we went from elementary to junior high. What a change. All of our friends were gone, as it is now, being retired. All of our co-workers, like all of mine, only, I think there's only 3 living. And, of course, I don't talk to them. They're so far away. The only time I hear anything about it is when one of them dies. But there's lots of uncertainties in our life. And in retirement, you will see, the older you get, the more alone you become. And the world sure has changed, hasn't it? Everything around us is just not the same. It's not the same. We don't live in the same world that we lived in when we were in elementary school and even in junior high. Seems like everything just went to pieces, don't it? Well, listen, you have a good day. Please hit the like button. I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. I'm Grandpa Hickory, and I just thought I'd talk to you. Retirement. Where to from here? Well, I hope that the days ahead are better for each and every one of us. And I wish for each and every one of you a very long life and happiness. And yes, we're going to have our times of alone. I call it alonement. We're going to have times that we don't understand, dark days, dark times, but we're going to continue. And I want you to have a wonderful life and a wonderful retirement. I'll see you on the next video. You have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye from now from Texas.